Hello, hello, hello. It is episode number 13 of the Brick Clubhouse. And I'm your host, Chris, here with my co host, Evan. Say hello, Evan.
Hello, Chris. How are you doing today?
Good. Always great to sit down at the desk and talk some Lego.
Heck yeah, dude.
I don't feel like we talk Lego enough.
Yeah, if there's one thing you and I don't talk about enough, it's definitely Lego.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is true. But
it's not true.
it's
We talk about Lego quite a bit.
yeah,
Lego,
all the time.
Dodger baseball,
Yeah, the
Parks and Recreation.
other people in our lives probably get tired of it.
Oh, absolutely. But we also like to surround ourselves with people that have common interests.
This
so
is true.
not as tired of it as some people would.
Yeah. But today, before we get started, we need to thank our friends at Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North
Mm-hmm.
for helping make this whole thing happen. So if you need some Lego, some new Lego, used Lego
Some
set,
retired Lego,
retired Lego,
loose minifigures,
minifigure for
bulk.
days, you can find it at Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North, and we'd love to see you drop into the store at 9881 Carmel Mountain Road.
There you go.
I don't know if we've ever given the address on the podcast.
Yeah, that might be a helpful thing.
Yeah, but it's always in the show notes, so if you need to find it,
There we go.
find it there. But what's new with you, Evan? Anything
Not a whole heck of a lot.
Lego new related in your life?
Oh, I did pick up a couple sets that came out over the weekend.
It
Yeah.
It
We'll talk about
yeah, it
a
was
bunch of
June
the sets,
1st.
but I did get, between me and my girlfriend, we did get all 4 of the new Brickhead sets that released.
And we'll get to what those were.
Yeah, they were just all like right up my alley, and then one of them was one of the ones that Bailey got, and so we got those crossed off the list already. But yeah,
The thing about some of the new releases, and we're going to get into like all the initial like June 1st
Yep.
releases here, but like, are you a day one guy? Like, I have to go get it day one or not?
are we like talking in a perfect world where I have like unlimited finances, or are we talking about where I am right now?
Let's talk about an ideal world.
In an ideal world, yeah.
Day one?
Yeah. Like if I had unlimited like resources money-wise, like yeah, I would go and buy a better Dura set on day one, no matter what. Like yeah, absolutely.
See, for me, it kind of mixes. Like,
Yeah.
if there's a really good gift purchase,
Sure.
then absolutely. Like, the moment that set comes online, available to order,
Yeah.
like here in the Pacific time zone, 9 p.m.
Right.
on the last day of the month, I'm
Which,
ordering to get that gift with
speaking of
purchase
gift
before it
purchase.
sells out. And yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
get to the current gift purchases.
Yeah, I
But-
mean like if it's like a UCS set, even if I had the ability to go buy like a Venator on day one, I wouldn't in that case because I don't want to go fight the crowds that are usually there on day one. And it'll be sold out for like, a couple of weeks. And then once it comes back, it'll be there forever. So
And-
like those are sets that I don't feel as much of a need to go grab right away.
Because other people are like, they have to wait for double points. Like, they don't want to do
Yeah.
anything if they're VIP point or insider points.
Yeah.
Aren't
I
double.
guess if I was smart about it, maybe I would just do like gift with purchase or VIP points and not worry too much about like day one. Because I mean, like where I'm at right now too, like I don't have the room to display all of these. So like if I buy a set, it's just gonna go straight to my storage. Like it's not like I'm gonna go build it right away,
Yeah,
which is kind of a bummer because I love building them.
I know.
But-
And I used to be more like, I would buy them day one and then I would just build them that day.
Oh, I wish.
But over the years, my backlog has grown, and
The infamous backlog.
yeah. And
Yeah.
someday maybe we'll post a picture of it somewhere.
Maybe we will. No, yeah. I mean, like again, and we're talking ideal world. So if I had the storage for them and all that, like maybe I wouldn't get them all day one. There's a few that I would. Absolutely. Like the day that the Animal Crossing sets came out, I would have been there and bought all 5 sets. Like boom.
And those sets, and I guess too, like, if you consider like the budget to buy like every Animal Crossing set that came out in one wave
It's a decent amount.
versus, well, but it's nothing like if you wanted to go buy a Star Wars UCS set plus like 3 or 4 other sets that came out in that wave.
Yeah, if you wanted to buy like a whole May 1st wave of Star Wars sets, you're gonna be
Yeah,
hurt.
that's like $1,000.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
Anyway, A
So
little rabbit
I
trail.
guess the answer is it depends, which isn't a helpful one, but that is what it is.
Sorry for a little rabbit trail there.
How dare you?
I
How
know
dare you bring
these
up
things
another
happen.
Lego topic?
But that does kind of lead into what we were talking about
It
because we were
does.
just talking about going to the Lego store. You and I happened to go to the Lego store together
We
on
did.
June 2nd, though,
Yeah, it
the
was
day after the
June
release,
2nd. Yeah, it was on Saturday, right?
because the person at that Lego store, we happened to be at the Lego store in downtown Disney
We
that
did.
day.
Yeah.
And
So we called the night before,
yeah, to
right?
see if they had any of the
Yeah, so the Lego store at Downtown Disney closes at midnight. And at 10 p.m. the night before, I called because we were trying to decide, do we try to get there at opening? Because what we wanted to do is
yeah,
we
is
wanted to get the new Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr set, right?
only if we could get the gift purchase.
Only if we get the gift with purchase, which the gift with purchase, for those of you that might not know, we haven't actually talked about this set yet.
No, and we'll get there. And that's why
So,
I was more going to tell the story that the woman at the Lego store
right.
said.
So we can talk about the details of it later, but I called her and I said, "Hey, do you have any of the gift with purchases available still?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, we have some." And I said, "How many?" And she goes, "Oh, let me check." She comes back and she goes, "Okay, we have 3 gift with purchases, but only 2 of the Lord of the Rings sets," which I don't know how they were going to work that out. But so we were like, "Okay, we'll plan to try to get there at opening, which was 10 a.m. the next day." And you did. And you got there and then you texted me, "Oh, they have a bunch."
Yeah, they must have got a shipment or something. But
Because they have a whole cabinet full.
we did say that June 1st, it was just crazy town.
Yeah.
There were people, she said people were lined up outside the store waiting to go in. The
Yeah.
people were waiting like half hour in line to buy stuff. But on the 2nd, we just walked right up to the
There's
counter.
nobody there.
And they
Well,
just,
I mean, that's not true. It's Downtown Disney.
yeah, but I mean,
No more busy than it is on a normal day.
yeah. I mean, we just literally walked in, walked straight to the counter,
They-
and they got what we wanted.
Yeah, but they were sold out of a couple sets that we wanted.
Yeah, we'll get to the whole June 1st lineup, but
Yeah, and it's always fun being in Downtown Disney. They have like the giant brick built, like
oh yeah,
the Maleficent dragon, like fighting Prince Philip, and they have Woody and Buzz and Belle and the Beast, and they have Genie inside with
and that's
Aladdin and
what's fun about
Jasmine.
going to the different Lego stores, like especially the big flagship stores.
Yeah,
Like you talked about going to the flagship stores in New York,
yeah,
like the downtown Disney flagship store. Like, yeah, they've got
yeah.
all the big builds.
They
Disney
also had
Springs
they
has
had
a
a-
lot of fun builds.
they had a Finn build from Episode 7 with holding the lightsaber, and they had a Captain Phasma. They were like
Yeah,
out
yeah,
I don't know why they were out that day, but they seemed like not regular ones that they
no,
just have
the
out all
brick
the
built
time.
Phasma's awesome.
It's a cool one.
Can you imagine like having a life-size brick built stormtrooper in your house?
One of my favorite actually is the one at Legoland that you and I went to. They had the brick built Batman.
Oh yeah,
That one is awesome with like the silk cape and everything. Oh,
I remember a lot of the stores used to have brick built Captain Rex.
really
Yeah,
a Captain Rex.
yeah. I think well, we saw it at the Lego store in London.
In London.
In London,
Sorry, that's a friend.
another many years ago.
Yeah.
But actually, it wasn't even at the Lego store in London. It was at Harrods department store in London.
We're
They
getting
had
way
it
off track.
way,
The
way.
story is
Yeah,
is
the
that
point of the story is
no, the point of
it's
the story
crazy.
is that we were at Downtown Disney Lego store,
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was not crazy.
and it wasn't as crazy as it was.
Because that's
the day
really
before.
the point of the story. Is if you go on the first, it could be crazy. If
Right.
you wait a day,
So that goes back to the question of day one.
Yeah.
Right, because it's like, well, the set that I want might sell out, but it'll come back.
yeah.
So yeah,
Because as we found out, a lot of June 1st sets sold out.
a few of them. Let's go ahead and just jump into the
Yeah.
first set.
So
Let's not beat around the bush.
should
any
we start alphabetically with architecture,
We can, yeah. So we'll go through the different themes.
or should we talk about the set we already mentioned that we purchased?
Let's go ahead and actually talk about that one first, I would say, just because we have already mentioned it. Do you want to do the honors?
And that is the Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr set.
Yeah.
And that set number is
Set 10333 with 5,471 pieces and a retail price of $460 US, which is a good price per piece ratio there.
and it's got 10 minifigures. which we'll get into.
Yep. 8 of them are exclusive.
And we do have this set in the store.
We do. We have a couple.
Yeah, it's not built, but if you want new and bought.
No, it's sealed. And this set came with an exclusive gift with purchase, which was set number 40693, The Lord of the Rings Fell Beast, with 269 pieces. Now,
Also with an exclusive, currently exclusive
as of now,
figure.
the torso is exclusive. It is a regular generic ring wraith riding the Fell Beast,
Nazgul. Yes.
which is the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm just, for our
Nazgul.
Tolkien fans out
Sorry,
there.
the Nazgul. Now, there were leaks and rumors about this set ahead of time that did not come to fruition. So,
Very much not.
so if you're looking at the leak that said there was going to be 3 exclusive minifigures, then this set is disappointing. If you're judging it based off of solely what it is, it's all right.
It is a fine gift with purchase.
It's a fine gift with purchase.
Is it extraordinary?
No.
No. I wish the dragon face had a little more detail.
Not a dragon.
Okay, the Fell Beast.
It's a Fell Beast.
I wish its face had a little more detail.
Yeah, the fact that there's no eyes of any kind.
No.
Also, it's light bluish gray. Or maybe it's dark bluish gray. But it's black in universe, is it not?
I thought so.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the wings are black. Now, I think that's mostly because the Technic pieces that are making the wings, they haven't colored in dark bluish gray.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the torso of the Nazgul is exclusive as of now, and there are plastic printed pieces for the wings that are also exclusive. So that's the exclusivity of this. Now, this gift with purchase has already sold on Bricklink for crazy amounts of money.
Yeah.
It's an expensive set. Now, usually what we see with gift with purchases is they spike right at release date, and then they kind of level out, right?
Yeah, because they'll sell out, which the gift with purchase is sold out at this point. I'm
sold out online on the 1st.
within
Yeah.
like 12 hours.
So local Lego stores might still have some, depending on how many.
Like we were able to find.
Right, because the thing is that some gift with purchases you have to hit a certain threshold of money spent. This one you had to buy the new Better set. So it's a little more difficult to get. So this was the gift with purchase that we wanted to get. We ordered a couple online when they released, but then we wanted to get a couple more in person, just to walk out of the Lego store with that giant Lego bag. That's always fun.
It is a fun move.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't have to carry him around downtown Disney all day though.
Yeah, it was good. We got to go back to the car real quick.
So the set itself, let's get back to Baradur. And it is a crazy good looking set.
It's amazing.
It stands almost 3 feet tall.
Just under 3 feet, yeah.
And the base is, for a set that tall, the base is 18 inches. So I guess half the height in its base.
It's pretty wide, yeah. And like watching videos, we did get to see it built in person, which was so fun. But also, yeah, like when you watch review videos, like, and you see people standing next to it, like it's a big guy. It's almost as tall as the Avengers Tower set, and I think it's taller than the Daily Bugle.
Oh, it definitely dwarfs Daily Bugle.
Yeah,
because the Avengers Tower dwarfs Daily Bugle.
Yeah, and we have a Daily Bugle built on the shelf.
Yeah, but although that one's not as tall because
the antenna
had to come off.
It hit your ceiling.
The ceiling is too short.
Yeah, this set almost 3 feet tall. It has an interior, so it's an open back set. It's not fully enclosed. It has an interior,
which I don't always love, but for this it works great.
It works, and it makes sense. I mean, conceivably, you could buy 2 of them and put them back to back. No,
well, you'd have to engineer it.
I mean, just
like reverse build it. But
yeah,
but the thing is, like, you want something like this if it's going on a shelf or on a table. Like, chances are it's going to be kind of up against the wall. You want a flat back.
Yeah, no, I think it works, and I think you're going to want to put it next to Rivendell if you have it. I think the 2 sets complement each other very, very well. You have the light side that's represented by Rivendell, and then you have the dark side represented by Baradur. For the first time, we're getting this tower with the Eye of Sauron, which is brick built and looks better than I would have hoped for. I mean, I always assumed that when the rumors were out, I figured it was going to look cool, but it looks really good.
And when you light up the light brick,
Yeah,
it
it looks
it
cool.
really looks good.
Yeah, so
Because light bricks sometimes are a little
yeah,
chintzy, like they don't.
I've seen some videos say that like you can kind of see it. It's cool. It's cool that it's there, but like
In the store, it
yeah.
lit up pretty well, I thought.
Did you push it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you reached around.
Yeah, there was a button that you could push it.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
maybe in the store they had it like, I don't know, some super light put in it
I
or
don't know.
something. But
So
it looked pretty good lit up in the store.
yeah, there are plenty of review videos all over YouTube if you want to look at a very in-depth, detailed review of this set. Basic just facts to know that we haven't covered so far. There are 5 rooms on the inside of it, on 5 different layers of the tower, including Sauron's throne with a hidden palatine, which looks really cool. And then the figures. There are 5 new orcs that are all exclusive to this set, with each of them with an exclusive print on their torso, or legs, or head. One of them being Gothmog, the Witch King's lieutenant, with the deformed face. But the highlight of the set is that there's a new Mouth of Sauron minifigure. Now, we did get a Mouth of Sauron figure back with the Black Gate set. This is a new figure with exclusive head, torso, and leg prints, and they redid the helmet mold. It's a rubberized piece, and it looks great.
It really does.
And then there's the highlight of the whole set. Do you want to talk about the big guy?
Sauron himself.
Sauron himself.
This minifigure, they did such a great job.
It is amazing.
Again,
it is so good.
Full leg print. I like some of it almost looks like some of the custom like figures because the printing is so complete.
I think this figure looks better than a lot of the custom figures I've seen. Oh my gosh, this set's already on back order.
There's no arm printing.
That's the one thing.
And so that's my one little, but
that's it.
The helmet mold and piece is just incredible. With the spikes coming off the head and then the shoulder. And I haven't built the set yet. I don't know if the shoulder piece and the helmet are two pieces or one giant mold.
It's one rubber piece.
Oh wow.
It's not plastic. It is a singular molded rubber piece, just like the Mouth of Sauron's helmet is.
And it sits on top of that black cloth cape.
Yep.
Like it just looks so good. You can just see like the red eyes.
Well, have you seen the head printing with the helmet taken off?
I have seen it online, but I don't.
It looks really cool. It's like like fiery eyes and like fire on his head, and it looks great. This figure, I've checked Bricklink a couple times over the past couple of days, and you know when brand new sets come out, they have to like be reviewed to make sure that everything is like accurate. So last I checked, they still didn't have like the exact like minifigure reference pages. Yeah, it still says pending approval for the inventory of the set. So like you can't list any of these exclusive figures yet.
I suppose if somebody really wanted, you could go on eBay. I'm sure somebody's flipping them.
Yeah.
But I want to talk a little bit about the build of the tower itself.
Okay.
Because I'm prone to break things when they're built.
Yes, you are.
And I do like that they
introducing new crisp-proof technology.
Yes, you can lock the different layers together. Which makes it easier to.
I made a joke the other day. I was talking to Chris, and I said, it'd be funny to make like a series of like parody Lego commercials, and if I made one for Bearadur, it would be like, now with new exclusive crisp-proof technology.
Oh,
because so for those of you that built sets like modular sets before, you know that the different floors will be held on by a couple jumper plates, and then you can just lift them off, and then you can see the interior. This is not that way.
I mean, I think there's a rhyme and reason to it.
Oh, I think it's better
because of the sheer size. Like the jumper plates are not going to hold it.
It helps with the stability of the set. Yeah, so there's like those like rail pieces. So you slide each level in, and then it clips to the back. So like it's clipped in there, and then the very very top section has a little pin, like a Technic pin that you can pull in and out as well to help give it extra stability. Yeah, definitely a new way of doing it, and I think it's a good idea.
So I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah,
that I thought. It was a cool innovation that they have going on that.
Yeah.
On that set.
The other 10 figures, so we said 4 orcs, Mouth of Sauron, Sauron himself. Sorry, that's right, 5 orcs. And then to wrap up the figures, we have Sam and Frodo, who are the same figures from the Rivendell set,
which
but
is again
but without their
a
cape.
little disappointment.
I would have loved to see a version of them with like rags, like dirt on their face.
Yeah,
Like they're at the end of their journey. They're beat up.
yeah, it's been a long way.
I will say though, there is so in the Rivendell set we got a pack of new weapon molds. In this set, there is a pack of new orc helmet molds. There are 4 different kinds of molds. There are 3 of 2 of the types, and then there is 1 each of the goblin helmets that Sam and Frodo wear when they're traveling through Mordor to disguise themselves as goblins. They actually made exclusive new molds for each of those helmets, and they're different. So you can put the helmets on Frodo and Sam to help kind of disguise them, which is pretty cool. But
Which
it
is
makes
the one thing that's nice.
yeah, but
Since
it makes
they
the
didn't
figure
do
print
new
that much more
figure.
disappointing.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then to wrap it up, there's a brand new mold and print of a Gollum figure. Now, I think the mold is better than the old versions. However, the face print is far less movie accurate than the last couple were. No pupils. He has blue eyes, which I've never thought of Gollum as having blue eyes, but maybe he does.
yeah. I think. I mean, you're not buying the set for Gollum.
No. I think the mold, like I said, the mold is better. The loincloth print is a nice touch that's better. But yeah, no, the face print is just far less movie accurate. But that's what it is.
Yep. And like we said, it's available in the store if you want to come by and see it. It is back ordered on Lego.com for
It
60
is.
days.
Yeah, and
So,
Fellbeast is long gone online.
yes.
So
We also have separately
we
for
do.
sale. So if
We'll have a couple Fellbeast sets.
yeah, so if you only want the Fell Beast, you can pick that up.
Yeah, it looks good next to the tower. I will say they did have it built at the Lego store. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. The wingspan is quite large, actually. Now I'm hoping that someday in the future we get a Minas Tirith set, and hopefully get an actual real Witch King figure with a new molded helmet. The question is, are they going to do a different Fellbeast build in that set, or is this it? And it's like,
Oh, it would be a different build.
yeah, probably.
It would have to be.
Hopefully a better, more detailed one. But
Yeah. I mean, you could hope.
the thing about the Minas Tirith set is that the set itself would be like micro figure scale, because that's a huge city. But man,
Right.
the White City would look so pretty.
Or they would have to like just focus on like the castle,
Yeah.
like the top of it, and
Or just build the whole thing as a display piece and then just have like figures to go next to it. Like
yeah, like they did with Hogwarts or
yeah.
other sets like that.
That's yeah. A Minas Tirith and a Minas Morgul set as the next 2 would be pretty sweet.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We've been getting this is 2 years in a row we've gotten
A big Lord of
big
the Rings.
Lord of the Rings set. So hopefully they keep that going.
And I love the idea of just doing like one iconic location. Like we could do Moria, we could do Helm's Deep, we could do Minas Tirith, we could
Yeah.
do Minas Morgul,
Yeah, because I think I'd rather just get
Osgiliath,
one awesome set a year rather than a bunch of little ones.
gone, or Rohan. What's the name of the place where Theoden King lives? I know it's in Rohan, but what's the name of like the
I
city?
don't remember.
That'd
It's been so long since
That'd be
I've
cool too.
read the books.
The
There are
set-
a lot of great.
The set that they built
locations.
for the movie, oh, it's so cool.
I think the Shire. I mean,
Obviously the show. Yeah.
they've done like the Hobbit hole, like Baggins' home before, but I think
Yeah, what would
I
that
think-
what would that look like on a large scale? Or maybe just make a bigger Hobbit hole that was like fully enclosed. I don't know.
I mean I could see more like the hill where you have like the multiple the whole Hobbit Hill
yeah.
holes in it.
Yeah, a
But yeah,
firework dragon build. That'd be cool.
that would be
Going
fun.
over
Oh,
there.
so many good things. But let's keep this conversation moving because
There's a lot of sets to get
there are
through.
a lot. June 1st was a big release. I don't think we'll get through them all, so
No.
we're just going to hit some highlights.
Well, let's hit this one. There's one from the architecture theme. We do have this set in store. This is set number 21061. This is the Notre Dame de Paris. This set has 4,383 pieces, and it is beautiful. One of the biggest, maybe the biggest in terms of piece count architecture set ever.
Yeah, I don't know. We would have to fact check that.
It's either this or the Pyramid of Giza. I do think I remember seeing somewhere that this set has more pieces than the Pyramid that came out a couple years ago. But
Which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
it's beautiful. The details are amazing. It looks fantastic.
they've done a great job of capturing, like all the architecture sets do.
Yeah.
But they did a great job of capturing the building in all its splendor.
And he would know. He's been there a couple times.
Only once.
Oh, only once.
Only once.
He's been there though.
But
I've
it
never
was
seen
before the fire, so it was nice that we could
before
we could
Ryan
go.
started the fire.
We could go in it. Who started the fire? We didn't start the fire. No,
Ryan did.
Ryan. Yeah, a whole different. It's interesting too when you build it. You build it in sections. Like for those of you who don't know, like Notre Dame, like was built like over the course of like 200 or 300 years. Like it was a long time to build it all. So as you build it, you kind of build it in the sections
as they built it
as it was built. And so it's kind of cool. And I do love that unlike some architecture sets like this one, you can like kind of take apart and like see the inside.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, you get those two iconic bell towers
and the spire
at
in the middle
front, and then the spire that was added later.
It's great.
It's a fun set if you are, you know, somebody that's traveled and been there. I'm sure it's a set you would like. And for architecture fans, there's just some really creative build techniques and piece usage. Some great printed tiles for the stained glass windows. So I highly recommend this set. And yeah, if you want to see it, you can swing by. I know for years there have been a lot of knockoff sets on Amazon of this.
I'm sure this
building
better.
But yeah, they did such a really good job capturing this cathedral. And it's interesting, Lego really tries to stay away from like religious topics of any kind. Like, you know, they've done a lot of Winter Village sets and everyone wants like a little church or something, but Lego, they just kind of choose to stay agnostic on it all.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense for a, you know, big corporation. But so they did kind of raise some eyebrows when they decided to do a cathedral, but I think the historic
it's the
nature of
the
this
landmark
building,
of it all.
makes it worth doing. So another great set that came out on June 1st.
Yeah. For the third and final set that we have in the store from this wave is set number 60440. This is the Lego Delivery Truck Lego City set with 1,061 pieces. This set is awesome.
This set has no right to be as good as it is.
It has no right to be as good as it is. This is probably the first Lego City set that I'm ever going to buy. And there's also a couple more from this wave that I'm interested in too, which we'll get into in a sec. But this Lego Delivery Truck, it's a huge 12-wheel Lego delivery truck.
Yeah, a big semi.
Yeah,
full.
But now there are 3 total stickers in this set. They are detailed. There's a little bed for the truck driver in the main truck, and there's a picture.
The back of the cab.
There's a picture of a tiger over his bed. That's one sticker. The other 2 are for the little hot dog cart.
Which I like to think it's the majestic tiger.
Yeah, some people think it's also a reference to the jungle tiger that just came out in this wave too.
Could be.
But I like the majestic tiger too. If you know, you know. The other 2 stickers are, there's a little hot dog stand that goes next to the delivery truck. They go on there. The little menu. Every other like element that has details on it is all printed.
Which may not seem all that impressive, but if you see this truck, like Evan said, it's a semi truck.
It's huge.
It's a bright yellow semi truck with a huge Lego logo at the front of the truck.
On both sides.
Printed. And then 2 giant doors that kind of that open up, like fold up on the side, they have brick minifig designs, like
Lego bricks on them.
I mean, for those of you who've been in our store, we have a giant mural of like bricks exploding out.
It looks like that,
like a comic book kind of thing.
Yeah,
it looks. Yeah, this could be a mural.
So to give you a reference of size for these printed pieces, the 2 Lego logos are printed on the square flat tiles that you've seen on sets, like for instance, like the UCS AT-AT or the UCS Razor Crest, or like they're, I think, 8x8 printed squares. Yeah. They're flat, and it's a yellow piece with the printed red Lego logo on it. Those pieces in and of themselves have so many uses, and it's like a collector's item. And then The four different panels that are also printed with all the bricks that Chris was just detailing, those are the size of a UCS display plaque, each of them. And there's four of them that
And
are fully printed.
yeah, they're white with full printing of Lego and minifigs on them.
And then there's a little pallet. There's a little forklift, and there's a rubber band on it that you can push down, and there's little pallets of Lego sets that are printed tiles of these Lego sets that are all based off of real Lego City sets that exist. And you
And
can put the pallet driver, the forklift under the pallet and pick up the pallet and put it into the truck. And
they're different sizes. There's like
yeah,
some 1x2 tiles, some 2x2
yeah,
tiles, 2x6 or 2x4 rather. The amount of printed tiles in this is crazy. Like
this,
if
this,
you ever wanted to do a mock of a Lego store,
yeah,
or even if you
yeah.
had
The
a
modular,
Lego store,
like the modular Lego
like the
store,
modular one that they did
or
on the
even the
Bricklink,
ones that they sell in the
like
store.
I don't even think most of those sets didn't come with as good of printed
No.
tiles and display kind of Lego sets as this truck.
Like you said it really well. This set has no business being as good as it is.
If you would have told me, like a while ago, oh yeah, Lego's going to come out with a semi truck city set and you'll want it, I would have thought like, no, there's no
you're
way.
dumb.
But this set
But yeah,
is so good.
apparently they've made other versions of Lego delivery trucks in the past. I saw pictures of them and the video review I saw for this current set, and this one just absolutely blows all of those out of the water
Destroys them.
by a mile. Yeah,
It is also back ordered on Lego.com
it is.
for 60 days.
Of course it is.
But
we have some in the store.
we have some in the store.
Yes, we do.
So come by. It is, like I said, it has got no business being as good as it is for a city set. Even if you just wanted the printed tiles, this set is great. Or some sort of mock building. It's
People are going
so
to be
good.
bricklinking these pieces.
Oh, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they end up going for.
Yeah. Real quick, there are 6 other Lego City sets that came out in this wave. There's set 60407, the red double-decker sightseeing bus for 384 pieces. There is set 60420, the yellow construction excavator. There is set 60424, the Jungle Explorer ATV Red Panda mission. That's good. That's a buy.
It is
Brand
only
new Red Panda mold.
only for the Red Panda.
And the return of Johnny Thunder
That's true.
is also in that set. And then there are 2 other jungle sets that released on this wave. There's set 60425, the Jungle Explorer Waterplane, which comes with some new alligator molds. And set number 60426, the Jungle Explorer Off-Road Truck, which comes with a brand new tiger mold, which looks so
We
good.
got a lot of good animal molds in this wave.
Yep.
And because of the way Lego releases things, and like some things release to Lego first, some things are exclusive to other stores, some things like release in different parts of the world at different times.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, we won't have a lot of those sets till August.
Yeah.
But we'll have them in August
We'll have them
if you
in
want to wait.
Yeah.
So if you're not a day one person and you're okay waiting, which you already missed day one, so
There we go.
what's a few more months? But those animal molds,
Yeah,
are fun. Now I will say this: we do have the new Gorilla Polybag
with the little
in the store.
the gorilla baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
that just came out June 1st,
That's a good one.
and a new. Getting ahead of ourselves. A new Ninjago Polybag.
Yep.
Also available in the store if you are a Polybag collector. The one with the little gorilla, it's worth it just for the baby gorilla.
It's pretty great.
So
Moving on real quick. The Brickheads theme had 4 releases. I mentioned I already have all 4 of these. They made a Mirabelle Madrigal one that's set 40752 53. Set 40752 is from Up. It is a 3-pack of Brickheads with Carl, Russell, and Kevin the bird. There's set 40751. This is the Legolas and Gimli Lord of the Rings Brickhead pack. Legolas is my favorite Lord of the Rings character, so I had to grab that one. And then set 40749, Joy, Sadness, and Anxiety from Inside Out 2, which Inside Out 1 is maybe my favorite Pixar movie, so I am very excited for this movie, and I'm a Disney fan, so I had to grab all of these. So those also came out. We don't have the ability to get Brickheads in the store most of the time.
no,
but these are good ones, and they're available.
The one thing about brickheads I will say too, if you're a brickhead collector, oftentimes day one is the best way to go
Yeah.
because sometimes they sell out and they don't come
They
back.
also retire randomly. Like
Yeah.
the Demogorgon and 11 retired out of nowhere.
Yeah, really super
I was
fast. There are a few brickheads. Like I'm not a huge brickhead collector,
Yeah,
but there are a few that I thought, "Oh, I'll get them eventually,"
gone.
and then they just never came back.
Gone. The Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner and Looney Tunes one retired really quick too.
The Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse original one,
Yep.
super fast.
Yep.
So any brickheads that I generally want, I pick up right away.
Yeah, and they're fun for me. I like them. They're basically Lego Funko Pops, and they're fun.
If you start collecting Funko Pops, you just can't stop.
That's
What they
we
say.
could talk about that day in another podcast.
Yeah, maybe an after show sometime.
We'll just hit some
I-
highlights. I think real quick. So Lego Disney released 7 sets, 2 different versions of a buildable Simba, a $20 one and a $130 one. The big one looks really good. They also released a new, bigger version of the Casita house from Encanto. So this is the magical house. They also released a Sleeping Beauty set with mini dolls, unfortunately. However, the Maleficent in her dragon form build for this set is awesome. Go check
It's
it out.
the first time I've wanted a mini doll set.
Go check it out. It's awesome. And then they released a couple other ones, but the other main one to highlight is they finally
Oh my gosh. What took so long?
made a Lego Sleeping Beauty's castle.
I mean,
It's one of the mini ones, so it's the same scale as the mini, like the Agrabah castle and the Ariel's castle and the Haunted Mansion and the Disney World castle. But they finally made a Sleeping Beauty
I
castle.
mean, I wanted the Disneyland version of the castle for so long. When the rumor started that they were redoing the big Disney castle,
thought
I wanted it
has
to
to
be.
it has to be.
I wanted Sleeping Beauty
Yeah.
so bad. I thought, why would they redo?
We've detailed this.
Yes,
I think
but anyway,
we've been over this.
finally,
For those of you that have heard our past shows, you know that we both believe that the Disney 100 flagship set should have been Sleeping Beauty's castle,
yeah,
not
not a
a
doubt.
remake of the Disney World one. But
No.
we got it. We finally got it.
Finally,
It looks great.
it
The
yes,
pink looks awesome. It has a Sleeping Beauty minifigure, which I believe is the same figure from the CMF series, just without the owl, which is a bummer. I wish they would have given her a blue dress, so we had the pink
yeah,
and blue.
it would have been
That would have
nice.
been fun.
I'm just glad we got the
I'm just glad
castle.
we have it. Now make a big one.
So everyone go buy it so Lego knows
Yes,
we
but-
really want the Sleeping Beauty castle.
Speak with your wallets, and maybe they'll give us a bigger one. We did get a huge wave of Lego Friends sets, which we're not going to go too far in depth on, but they did release, it looks like 11 different sets. So that was a big wave. There was also quite a sizable Harry Potter wave of sets with 7 sets. The highlights of this being the Triwizard Tournament Arrival set. This comes with a smaller version of the Bobatons carriage, but it
Mhm.
comes with an epic build for the Durmstrang ship.
I was so afraid this was going to be
I'm so
like
happy.
tiny and like
Oh, it's so good.
insignificant, but it looks so good.
My biggest fear was that it was going to be brick built sails,
I-
like the 3-in-1 pirate ship. No, they are silk printed sails that look awesome.
They look great. They haven't been collecting a lot of Harry Potter the last few
This is a
years,
must buy.
but this is
If you're a Harry Potter fan, this is a must buy.
yeah. If you have the older stuff,
Yeah.
like you don't have to be into the newer castles,
No.
because this just is a standalone.
That's set 76440, the Triwizard Tournament, the Arrival. Other highlights, they are continuing their new modular castle,
A new
which they're
version
claiming is
of the
the
modular
biggest,
castle.
is the most detailed version yet. So far, it looks good. So it turns out the boathouse and the owl reset that came out in the January 1st wave connects to it. The ones they released for this current wave is the Great Hall set and a Potions Classroom set that can connect to the Great Hall. Potions set looks great. There's some new molds in there.
yeah, all these sets always look good. It just
There's so many.
I gave up after redoing my castle the second time.
Yeah. There also is a buildable Buckbeak set, which looks great. That's going to be added to my collection with my Harry Potter buildable figures. There's also a new $20 Aragog set from the Forbidden Forest with the best and biggest Aragog build they've ever done. It looks great. Check that one out. And then to round off that wave, there is a buildable Mandrake for the first time, which looks pretty fun. It's in its pot, so you can pot it or unpot it. Make sure you wear those earmuffs. And lastly, continuing with their smaller, like play scale size Diagon Alley sets, there's an Ollivanders and Madame Malkin's 2-in-1. Now, I have the big Diagon Alley set, so when I first saw this, I was like, I don't really need it. I don't really want it. The Madame Malkin's building looks beautiful, but the biggest thing about the set is they made brand new wand molds that look like the wands in the movies. Have you seen these?
I have not seen them.
You have to watch the review video, and for you listening, you have to go watch this review video if you're a Harry Potter fan. Then they made four, I think, different wand molds that literally look like the wands in the movies. They actually did it, and it looks
Which
amazing. The Ollivanders, just the whole thing, and like on the backside, there's like the ladder that he can slide around on, and it just go check it out. It's great.
now is it in scale of the like it's not to scale of like the big Diagon Alley sets.
No,
It's
it's smaller.
in the smaller.
Right, and so they've already made like they did the Weasley Wizard Wheezes,
Right.
and now they've done this one. It's in the same size as that, so
Okay.
it's like it's open back, like the Diagon Alley ones are, but each of the Diagon Alley ones are on half base plates, and they're huge.
Right.
It's an awesome set. So these are smaller. That Madame Malkin's. Now I want them to make a Madame Malkin's set that can connect to Diagon Alley and
big one.
Gringotts, because there's a couple other stores they would need to make too. But that's the Harry Potter wave. Overall, really, really solid wave for Harry Potter. Rounding it out real quick, there's 6 Minecraft sets. There's one really big, cool looking Ninjago set, actually, set 71814, the Tournament Temple City, with 3,489 pieces. Wow. We got three Speed Champion sets.
We got a new idea set, the Tuxedo Cat,
The Tuxedo Cat.
which looks great. We also got a new
The
just
icon
kind
set.
of creator icon traditional chess set
Yeah.
that is nice.
And
Chess and checkers.
it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a really nice brown brick built board, and then brick built chess pieces. Cream and brown are the two colors.
There's also a new icon set, which is 10334, the Retro Radio, which has a sound brick in it. Now, this sound brick was introduced in the Harry Potter Sorting Hat set from a few months back. This one, when you turn the knobs on the Retro Radio, it changes the station and plays like static, and it plays like different songs and different. Oh, it's so cool.
I really like these, like when they brick build like a real world object.
Like the typewriter.
Yeah, like the typewriter,
the
globe.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of these.
Yep.
And
That's
this
a
is a
set.
great. It's like that mint green.
It looks
like it really has that like late 50s, early 60s kind of look.
Yeah. Yep. And then last but not least, a wave of 4 Star Wars sets. So a Pilot Luke mech, which is mech. We don't need to talk about that. It's just a mech. And then there is the highly discussed 75391 Captain Rex Y-Ring Microfighter. Now, the Y-Ring, it's a microfighter. It looks like a blue and white Y-Wing microfighter. Now, Star Wars fans have wanted a Captain Rex Y-Wing set forever. I think people wanted an actual play set, but this is fine for now. The main bit of controversy is that it is the exact Rex minifigure from the $650 UCS Venator.
Complete with like the pauldron and everything. Like
the
it is
exact figure.
It's ridiculous that they
Now
did that. But they did.
That's great for people that don't want to pay the $650 to get a Captain Rex, because now you can get one for $13. But we can talk about it in a future topic, maybe about the exclusivity of UCS sets.
Yeah,
because it's a topic.
it
for
is,
sure.
and just like clone rarity of the different things. I think, yeah. And then they also have a few battle packs or battle pack-esque kind of sets.
Yep. Both
We've got
Mandalorian Season 3.
Yeah, we've got the Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon set, which the Paz Vizsla looks great. Moff Gideon and his new...
Same Paz Vizsla from the Armorer set.
But the Moff Gideon is new in his armor, plus some Praetorian guards. It looks really good.
So both the Moff Gideon and the Praetorian guards have brand new molded helmets. The Moff Gideon helmet looks just like the Moff Gideon helmet from that episode, and then the Praetorian guards have the same helmet that are different than the Praetorian Guard helmet molds from the Last Jedi sets. So those are 2 new helmet molds in that set.
Then we've also got Ambush on Mandalore set, which comes with a few Mandalorians, and we also get a few...
The Imperial Commandos?
Yeah, the Imperial Commandos. Now, these sets kind of interconnect together.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So you can pick them both up.
Just to kind of rebuild that final scene for Mando Season 3.
Because the first Paz Vizsla set with Moff Gideon, like you don't really want to buy lots of them. There's no need for
Right.
army building with them. But
Right.
if you really wanted to get some of the other new characters, you could get
Yeah.
a whole bunch and load them up like any other battle pack.
Yeah, that Mandalorian battle pack, it comes with two. It comes with a male and a female Mandalorian, generic Mandalorian, and then two of the Imperial Commandos, which the Imperial Commandos also have a brand new helmet mold for them that looks very similar to Hunter's helmet from the Bad Batch.
It looks really good.
So people are thinking that maybe they'll do a new Hunter figure too with that helmet. But the helmet looks great, super accurate to the season, and so if you're counting between these two sets, 3 brand new Lego Star Wars helmet molds, which is awesome.
Yeah,
And they all look great.
go Lego.
So that kind of rounds out the June 1st releases. I know we kind of rushed through a few of those, but there's a lot of good ones. If there's one that we talked about that we didn't really go too far in depth in, it piqued your interest, go check it out. We did specifically highlight all of the sets that we have in the store, but the rest of them are available at other retailers.
Yeah,
Lego.
and because of the way, like I said, Lego releases things, we will have these later in the summer,
We will.
but just not today.
Yeah.
So you have something to look forward to.
That was a packed episode of the Brick Clubhouse there.
It really was. I think we covered a lot of what's happening in the store
Yeah.
in the middle of our discussion. So it's probably time for us to close up the clubhouse for this week
Yeah.
and make sure we put out our campfire and get ready whatever comes next. So glad you all joined us.
Yeah.
Clubhouse today. You can find us on Instagram at Bricks and Minifigs San Diego or at the Brick Clubhouse. And we'd love to connect with you there. Hope you all have a great week and say goodbye, Evan.
Goodbye, Chris.